Hello, my name is Andrew Mueller. This is part E of the interview assignment for Business 137-83. Tonight I will be going over why I chose the manager to interview, what impressed me most or least about her job and her roles and what she does, and finally my thoughts on becoming a manager after completing a SWOT analysis and learning what I learned through interviewing a manager. So first off, I chose Miss Murray to interview because she is a pharmaceutical sales rep for GlaxoSmithKline, which is one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world as far as my understanding goes. I don't have a lot of background in the pharmaceutical business or anything like that, so it was something new for me, something I'd never really done much research with, so I thought it'd be fun to go see what they do in their management and just their daily tasks. So I chose this manager to interview just based off the fact that I had no interest, but I had no background in the subject and I wanted to learn more on it. Second off, what impressed me most, or at least about Miss Murray's job, is just the sheer amount of everything that goes into one of their daily tasks, or some of their daily tasks. It starts, they drive, some of them have different territories located, sometimes, Miss Murray's, she lives in Charlotte, but her territory is in High Point, North Carolina, and every few quarters they switch up the territory you're given, and they have no say in that. So it's kind of like a toss-up every time, and they have to drive out to these territories, go talk with the doctors, sell their medicine, sell their product to the doctors who are going to give them to their clients, and it's mostly a numbers game, but it's very interesting to see that. And then after that, they have to come back. In their field, they usually do about 1 to 3 conference calls a week. So you've got to always have your information ready, and you've got to really be prepared for that, because if you're not going to succeed and do well. Another thing that they do is they have to do a lot of reports, end of week reports, gather up all your receipts, your expense reports too. That's a big deal for them, just to make sure that the company is staying within their budget and everything like that. So where it falls on the functions of management, so planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. So planning in the pharmaceutical field, you have to know what drugs you are going to be selling. You have to know how many you need that week. You need to know where you're going, who you're talking to, your expense reports, what you're going to discuss on your conference call. There's a lot of factors that go into that that most people don't really think about, and it's very interesting to see that part of it. So the planning is definitely a huge responsibility for a manager and even a sales rep. So next part of the management for a sales rep manager in the pharmaceutical field is organizing, and you definitely need to be very organized in this field. You can't just be flying by the seat of your pants. You need to know, like I said, it's a lot has to do with planning. You need to be organized and plan. So you need to, again, know who you're selling to, where your drugs are, everything like that. So you need to keep track of your receipts, and it helps to be organized in a field like this where you have so much going on around you that it's good to be organized, so okay, this is happening here, this is going on now, all right, so I can put all my ducks in a row and complete everything for the week. Leading, Miss Murray leads not only in sales numbers. I mean, her numbers are usually at the top of the list every month or every quarter. So she's a very excellent saleswoman, so she leads by that, and she also leads by, she has a small team of people that she has to keep track of and make sure that they're doing their job and make sure that they are comfortable in their workspace, or they have their needs are met and what they think is heard. So leading is definitely a huge deal in this field, especially if you're a manager. So you always want to make sure that your employees or the people that work under you are comfortable and their needs are met, so you can generate the best results possible. Controlling, just like in everyday life, you can't control every situation. There's some things that you can't control, and there's some things that you kind of can. But in the pharmaceutical sales management position, you need to have control over your people, not only just the people that you work for, but just what goes on around you. So everything matters when it comes to this. So more or less, you could say it's there's always going to be something that happens to you that you can't control, but you have to do your best to make sure that you are controlling your mental state and just doing your very best to make sure that your people are their needs are met and that your needs are met by the end of the week or by the end of the month. Because at the end of the week or month, if your numbers are down, you had some control over that, and if your numbers don't show that, then something could happen to you in this field. So the next part is personal reflections after completing a SWOT analysis. So personally, I don't think I would be a great fit for a manager in this field. Like I said, I don't have a lot of background in pharmaceuticals. You don't have to have a huge background of pharmaceuticals to get into this field. Ms. Murray, she graduated with a business and marketing degree. So, going into this field, you learn about the prescriptions that are the pharmaceuticals as you go. So, but again, it's never been a huge thought for me. I've always been more automotive based, so something like in a dealership or a car manufacturer would probably be better off for me. I mean, a lot of the management positions or the management duties are the same throughout those, but I don't see myself being maybe like a top line manager or an executive, but maybe a general manager or the first line manager, something along those lines, where the duties I would be given aren't extremely detrimental to the company, but where it's easy to get done, and I can make sure that all the people under me are happy and can work hard and get what they need out of the company, because at the end of the day, happy employees will produce happy customers. So like I said, I don't think a very high management job might be fit for me, but I do definitely want to try it out wherever I go and whatever I can do. So I've had a lot of strengths. I'm very good at selling. I can talk to people. I can hear people and know what they need to have. I'm not as one of my weaknesses is I'm kind of empathetic, and I can empathize with people a lot, and I can kind of see where they're coming from, and I can sometimes let that get the better of me, and I can make decisions based off of that. So overall, it was a very interesting experience to go through. I've never done a project like this, and it was a very good learning experience. So thank you.